Hi guys, we are going to do a little crafting today. Um, if you saw my last episode, it was about the new size tool that they've given us, or rather a command. And so today I'm just playing around, and I decided to create a separate world that has nothing in it. It's flat. And so when you do that, you get basically nothing. I turned off everything and just asked for a flat world. You do still get grass, which I find interesting because you turn off vegetation, but you still do get grass. So, and I started a creative game rather than a survival game. And I guess when you start in creative, they give you this this rag dress if you're a girl, and rag shoes to wear, which I guess that's nice. So I made myself a spot to work, and this world is going to be my my world where I come and work on stuff that I'm going to blueprint and bring into my other world, because you can move any of your blueprints from world to world without a problem. So what I worked on yesterday off camera was my greenhouse roof, and you see here this roof. It is kitty corner to the world grid because my greenhouse is kitty corner. And another reason, let me just place this real quick so that it will stop flashing. So another reason I was excited about the ability to size elements is that you'll notice that because of the way I had to select the greenhouse roof, because it's kitty corner, I got a bunch of stuff with it that I didn't really want. And one of the things that we got was this. Did that work? I guess maybe not. Odd. Is it going to take three hits to just... I'm in creative. Shouldn't that just destroy it immediately? Oh, I know. I have to make a steel pick. Well, anyway, so you see here's my long vault. And if I had been able to size these beams into long beams that run this direction, so that I could make my vault with long pieces, it would not take me 100 years to break out all of these blocks. And it's going to take a long time, apparently. So I need to figure out how to craft myself a steel pick. And I am going to, now I've got my face in the wrong spot again. I'm going to have to move it over here. Because I'm going to use the console. And let's see if I can just guess at the name, because I don't know the correct name. Well, it helps if you spell axe correctly. No. Let's try pickaxe steel. Yes. Okay, so again, it's English words but German syntax. That's fine. As long as you know that. Sometimes if you guess at things and it's just not making any sense, just remember that the guy who's writing it is German. And so Germans often have the modifiers after the noun. So pickaxe, steel, rather than steel pickaxe. That's fine. You just remember that, and oftentimes you can guess correctly. So here we go. Oh, got to select the steel pickaxe. Yes, let's put this one down here and put this one here. Let's see if this works better. Not really. Okay, maybe dynamite. So 2 hits as compared to 3. It's not much better. Maybe a mining drill. Yeah, maybe a mining drill. All right, but if you just hold down the left key, it will keep punching. Okay, well, I'll see you in about an hour. I'm going to remove all of this outside stuff and keep, I think, just the peaked part of the roof. And let me just show you this again. So you can see, I will show you when we get back into the other world why I did it this way. I tried everything. You cannot make a triangle with glass. It can't not be done. So that meant that I wasn't going to be able to do my, down here there are some triangle pieces that go out this way, and then on this end also. That was just not going to happen. I tried every which way I could to figure out a way to do that, and it just wasn't going to work. So I compromised with this peaked part of the roof, and then I just put some flat windows down, which I think will work okay. And then my triangle pieces are just a solid 143 is the material that I used. I think I'm going to just go ahead and eliminate everything except the windowed areas, and see if I can drop that into my other spots. So, see you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and I think it has been about 2 hours. So yeah, chopping up those little blocks takes a long time. I think I've got it cleaned up, but look what I did. It's hilarious. Yes, I missed a lot. I missed a lot, and I dug lots of holes. Not on purpose. This was not intended. But I think I have all the pieces parts off that I need to have off to make this work. So the next thing then is to blueprint this. And so we're going to do that next. And I'm not even sure where I need to be to do it, but let's just move around until we get it all in there. And so let's see, we need to go that way and that way for sure. So it can be a slightly smaller footprint this time. Yay, okay, that's good. Go over here, put this corner in, and go over there, and it looks like we can bring that in. Okay, and up. All right, I believe that is the whole of the thing. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So let's get on this side and blueprint this thing. So right and left. Okay. Greenhouse, roof 1. And we'll put this in the Wollaton component. All right, there she be. We did it. Okay, we may want to make another blueprint without these doohickeys, but yeah, and we might actually have to remove these pieces as well. But we'll see. We'll see when we get over there. So let's escape this world. Go to the Survival 1. Load. The game crashed on me twice. I think it's just like you reach a limit of how many blocks you can axe before it gives up. I don't know why. Okay, so here we are. Let's quickly change the game to creative before I forget. And we'll go over here. Let's fly. I was flying. Now, I have a feeling I am going to have to put a beam across for me to set it on temporarily. Pretty sure. So let's see, it's number 2. Journal, new prints. Oh. I think I created a different. Oh, there it is. Use. All right. So I need to spin this around and I need to set it up here. Looks like the center of it is almost in the center. Yeah, I believe I'm going to need to put a beam across this so that I have something to set it on. So let's do that. Do I not have any beams? Okay. There we go. Okay, so let's make this as long as we can. I don't think I'm going to bother with the size thing right now because I don't really need to. I'm going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rotate. That looks straight, I think. And just guess at where the middle is. And I want it to set on that beam, so I want this to be the same height as that. At least I think that's going to be right. I have no idea where the center is. None at all. Now I'm too far away. Looks like about the center right there. Let's try that. Is that going to be far enough? Am I going to be able to get to that? Yeah, I think so. Let's go to number 2 and back off a little bit. Wow. It's very difficult to tell what I'm doing. All right. Oh shoot. Well, let's put another beam there. It gives us a little more leeway, I guess. Okay. And as long as we're doing this, let's do it on the other 2 as well. And, so there-ish. Is that centered more or less? Same thing over here. I like flying. Flying is fun. Let's say right there-ish. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it again. Number 2, I think it was. Yes. And is that more or less where I need it to be? I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so left click, and that lets us move around, and we'll do shift right and left arrow to spin it. Okay, and oh, it looks like I didn't need those extra diagonals, so I can take those off. The ones in the corner. Now, it doesn't look like it's the same size, does it? Have I screwed up royally? Possibly, possibly. But I bet you I just don't have it in the right place. And I'll bet you it's higher than it needs to be, too. How can that be so far off? You know, the thing is, you can't really see what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, so this away. And then obviously it needs to go down. How is it this is not fitting correctly? Honestly, I think I'm insane sometimes. What is going to be the best place to do this? Look at how high it is. What's the deal? Why is it that way? I think that thing needs to sit right on that beam. And I do not know. Okay. Do not know how that is going to line up. And it doesn't appear to be lining up just yet. Well, doubling up on those beams does have its advantages, because now I can see exactly where it needs to go. Wow, that looks like it's pretty darn close, huh? Except now it needs to go up a little bit. It's like in this corner over here. That looks okay. That looks pretty much like it should. And that looks pretty much like it should. And again, I can trim these things out to make them fit better. I'm not too worried about that, although it looks like it could go this way a little bit. Although, you know, this isn't going to be exactly the same from side to side because I'm sure I wasn't real accurate when I put this together. So that looks right. Although it did need to go down, didn't it? It needed to go down a little bit. So let's see, how far down did it need to go? Oh, quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit, I think. If I got these in the same place. And who knows if I did. Page down. That looks like it's... Oh no, it needs to go up. Oops. I'm going to call that pretty close. So there's a little gap that needs to be fixed, but that's fine. That's okay. That looks pretty good. Some of my superstructure might be duplicated, but I'm not too worried about that. Like this appears to be different than what I have on the other side. Let's go see. Oops. Yeah, that's not fitting exactly the same. And it looks so weird from different sides. Yeah, interesting. That's close, I think. I think that's pretty close. There's no gap on this side. But again, you know, I'm sure I didn't build it exactly the same on both sides, because there was no way to really measure. It's not the same as building with blocks. You're never going to be quite the same. Actually, I think that needs to come down. It's looking to me like it needs to come down. I can't tell where the bottom of that is. I can always take those extra triangle blocks off. But these ones stick down quite a bit. But now let me look at it from the top. That seems closer. So I need to come this way. Is this more or less touching? It's close. Pretty close. I like to check to make sure I've got it about where I want it. And then I will commit. At least the gap is closed over here, more or less. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Looks like my trees fit just fine. And then what I have to figure out is, doing the next one, do I just place it and then remove the windows and then replace the windows? Maybe that's the way to do it. I think that would be pretty easy. Those are going to stick underneath the here, I think. Or I'm going to be on the wrong side, but it might not matter. I mean, I do have to take them out. The question is, do I take them out now, make a new blueprint, and then put it in, or do I just leave them? I think I leave them because that will help me to get it placed correctly, I think. Let's try it. Go over here, knowing that it needs to come down. I'll just plop it on there. Actually, it's spaced the correct way. It's just, I could get that beam in the right place, it would be easier, but it doesn't matter that much, I don't think. So, let's aim for right there. And oops, not that direction. I'm not going to be able to tell until I get it down in there which direction to go. Oh, I see what's different. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little work on the, this beam right here is missing on this side. So there's going to be a gap and I'll have to fill it. But that's okay because that's actually just fine. I'm going to bring that up a little bit and back this way. I think that's too far though. I'm going to have to look to see how that's done. Gosh, that looks weird from up here. That looks like a huge thing here, and it's really not that big. It's just the way that the light is catching it, I guess. But it looks like it needs to go down more, huh? Yeah. That's kind of close. Oh, no, it's not. Or yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think. Clearly, I do not know what I'm doing. How did did I decide this one was? Did I decide it? Yeah, I decided it needed to come down. But now that needs to be, no, it's going to be off because of the way it's aligned. Let's see, does it line up with the other one? It kind of does. Remember, because we're on a 45-degree angle, we have to move this in like a zigzag pattern. And that's pretty close, but probably not perfect. In this game, close is often as good as you can get. Alright, I'm liking that. That looks okay. Remember, these are going to come out. And I'm going to fill this gap with a plank, just like I did over here. I believe that was just a regular plank. So that looks okay. Question is the height what we want? How does that look down there? I know that those windows are not supposed to come through. Let's see, do they? They do not come through. So let's go up just one, and that might just be enough. Yeah, that looks the same. I'm looking at these beams here. Right here and right here, that matches. Do we have this aligned with this? Kind of looks like we do. Pretty much. All right. It's placed. And the sun went down. As always. Just when we get into doing things, the sun goes down. And I'm not sure what the length of the day is. Somebody tell me if you know in the comments. I believe it's 20 minutes. And I don't know that there's a way to change that. I know that there is no way to turn off the day-night cycle because I looked. You know, clearly I'm not playing this the way it should be played. But it is what it is. Okay, let's just go ahead and put the other one on and then we'll do the cleanup. With any luck at all, we'll be able to put the lemon trees in. And we still have work to do on the underneath. We need to, you know, finish our poles, and there's some decor that go on the outside, along the top, some columns. It gets a little fancier yet. So there'll be some little finishing up things, but it's nice to see this taking shape, even if it's not the right shape. And it isn't quite the right shape. All right, so left click. We know we have to do a lot of futzing, so that's fine. This one needs to turn around. Yep. Oh, did you see that? That's too funny. Okay, if you push the down arrow and the right arrow at the same time, you can move it on a diagonal. Why did I not know that before? That is too funny. Okay, well, good to know. And we know we need a gap here, which we just about have. Almost looks the same. This should mirror the one on that side. But let's look and see where we are. We need to come this direction more. Okay. And I'm not, being too fussy with this because it's not a fine detail, I guess. I mean, if it's close, it will look right from afar. Nobody's going to be examining it too closely, I don't think, except me. Let's go this way. Looks kind of close, like it should be there, I think. Fairly happy with that. Is it the same? I don't know, but it's probably not too far off. Is that gap about the same as that gap? It looks close. And that looks like it's almost touching. I don't think you can see much of anything down here. That doesn't look too bad. These are not quite the same. Maybe I didn't build those corners all alike. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Hang on. What's going on here? Yeah, that's right. What's this though? I don't know. I may wind up eliminating these triangular things unless I absolutely need them for the post to stick into. I don't know. They're weird. And I didn't get that lined up right, did I? Ah! Oh well. All right. Like it or not, it's in there now. So let's see what that looks like. It looks weird, I know. I didn't know what else to do. I guess it looks okay from here. I mean, it almost looks like it was designed that way. Kinda. Sorta. It's weird. Yeah, so these posts, I guess they do need a triangle to sit into, but I'm not sure. I'll work on that, because those triangles are weird. They don't line up correctly at all. So I'll need to replace those. Looks quite strange. Like this side is down further than this side. I must have screwed up. I must have screwed that up. And I bet you won't be able to tell unless you're off a ways looking at it. You sure can't tell from here. One side is higher than the other, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. At least I can't tell. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so this has got to go. And I'll have to rebuild that somehow. Okay. But that won't be difficult. And hello? Okay, so just repair all of that. Breaking things is more fun. So just some minor things that I need to tweak. Yeah. I think it'll be okay. I'll fix that up. You'll never know. So next time we will, I'll fix up the things that need fixing, and I mean I'll do that off camera. And then next time we get together, I think we can do a little gardening. We can plant some stuff in the greenhouse and around the greenhouse. I've got some columns to put in, a little bit of decoration to do. We got to get some doors made. I really, really wish that we could do, I doubt that the doors I made there will fit. And I don't remember if I blueprinted them or not, but I doubt that those will fit. So we have to make some doors. I don't think a regular door will fit there. Okay. Whoops. That's interesting. No, that's not what I wanted. We could try it, I guess. But, so yeah, doors, some gardening, and then we'll move on and do some other things. But that's all for today. I'm going to say goodbye. And oh, you know, I want to show you something. This is weird. You know how I've been complaining that the pick is in the left hand on the right side? Well, I discovered something when I was playing around. If you go to the settings, and it does have to do with the field of view, which again, I don't like the field of view all the way over because it does weird things to the perspective. See my building is suddenly like this. I don't like that. But look at the hands. Now, I mean, okay, that's weird. First off, got a broken arm. But the left hand is above the right hand. And if you're left-handed, that's right. I mean, that is correct, that the left hand would go above the right hand when you use an axe or a pick, because I know I've swung one. You go back over your left shoulder and down. But the problem is that they've got it, first of all, turned the wrong way, but it's on the right side. Nobody is going to use an axe tilted towards their head on the right side with their left hand leading. It would go this way, and they would come in this way, not... I mean, it's just physically impossible to swing an axe that way. You would hit yourself in your head. It goes away from your head with the leading arm on the top, this way if you're right-handed, or this way if you're left-handed. I don't know what the artist was thinking. Either the artist never ever held an axe or a baseball bat or, frankly, anything that you would swing that way and thought about what they were drawing, but it's wrong. it looks ridiculous. So yeah, and I'm not going to keep my field of view at 120 because it makes my building look stupid. So I don't care whether or not I can even see my hands. I just want my building to look good. And to me, it looks better like here, but we'll put it like at 90. And then we can see a hand, even if it's not the correct hand, on the left hand on the right side. I don't know. It's just nuts. So yeah. That's just crazy. Anyway, so we did get our roofs up there, even if we can't see them from here. Let's go over to the house. I like to stand on this balcony here and look. Yes, okay, it's roofed. It looks odd, but it's roofed. It looks very odd. It looks ridiculous. But yeah, okay, so that's it for today. Bye-bye.